What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Talkin Sports with Jake. Hope we're all doing well. So, there's a lot going on with NHL draft happening tonight. New CBA dropped. A lot of moves are happening. But I'm going to hold all of that until Monday. I'm a little constrained for time today. I'm actually recording this a little bit later than I usually do. I'm not sure when you guys are seeing this, but usually my shows go live at 5 o'clock. It may be 6 or 7, depending on how the editing process goes. But today, I'm actually going to do a mock draft on Sleeper for fantasy football. I figured don't have time today, but do you want to do a show? I told you all to do a show today. So, something fun. I know we're still a little far out from the NFL season. Training camp hasn't really even truly started yet, so. But it's going to be, I believe, a 10-team league. I'm going to do a mock draft. That's probably going to be pretty quick. It's going to definitely move. It's probably going to be a lot of low drafting in it, but I figured it's a little fun thing. We'll talk a little fantasy football today. And then Monday, we'll have a lot to talk about the NBA draft and the NHL draft and the NHL free agency getting started up. But let's jump right in. All right, so we're about to start this mock draft. I'm hoping this goes according to plan. Hoping you all see what I see. If you do, this is perfect because you see me pretty decently in the top right corner. And you can see the draft board very, very clearly as well. So we're going to start this thing up. And here we go. So that was very loud. I might turn my sound off. That's very annoying. Yeah, we'll turn that off. So I ended up with the 6th pick in the 10-team draft, which isn't a great spot to be. I feel like 4 through 7 is kind of, oof. The first 3 picks are where you want to be. Even 8 through 10 are pretty solid picks. We had Bijan go 1, interesting. And CB Lamb 2, Jettas 3, Chase 4. It's Saquon go 5. I have the 6th pick. Oof. Gibbs, Amon-Ra. I'm going to go with Jahmyr Gibbs. To me, the most explosive back in the league. I would say the best back right now besides Saquon Barkley and Derrick Henry. The guy's a stud. I know Dave Montgomery's there as well. He missed some time last year, but he's been mostly healthy, honestly, the last 2 years. Even last year, he did play a lot, and Gibbs was still producing at a very high level. So, and this is treating this a lot like a dynasty draft. So Gibbs and Dynasty, this is where he's going to go this high. So Jahmyr Gibbs is going to be my first round pick. See, Amon-Ra. You're going to go Collins, Puka Nacua, Derrick Henry, Brian Thomas, Malik Neighbors, Brock Bowers, Drake London. Now it's back to me. Or there's 15 rounds in this thing. Yeah, this is going to, again, you see each pick is taking like 2 seconds. This is going to be a short show today. All right, so it's the pickle I'm in, being in the middle. So if he Josh Allen sitting right there, so I reach and grab him. Allen's what? The second best quarterback in fantasy, maybe besides Lamar Jackson. Jalen Hurts, you can make a case for in fantasy. But I feel like I can wait on a quarterback. None have gone yet. So I like Devon A-Chain. Injuries are a little concerning with me. I do like A.J. Brown a lot. Genty, I always worry about rookies drafting him as high. However, Genty, he's going to get such a big target share when it comes to carries. He'll can catch some passes probably. McCaffrey, this is Dynasty. You might be a little wary because of the injuries and the age for a running back. I also love Bucky Irving. I really think that guy's going to explode this year. This is tough. I got 45 seconds. I'm going to take Bucky Irving. I'm very high on him. I really think he explodes. So we'll see what the rest of this draft is looking like now. McCaffrey, Ashton Genty, Valentine J.J. Brown, Lad McConkey, Josh Jacobs, Josh Allen, JSN, Lamar Jackson, Trey McBride. So now quarterbacks are kind of going. Now Jaden Daniels is staring right at me. I might take him. I like Garrett Wilson a lot. You know, I'm a Jets fan. I love Garrett Wilson. I mean, he's been decently productive in fantasy with god-awful quarterbacks. Now he's got Justin Fields, who still don't know how much better he's going to get. However, they also played together in college and have a lot of success, so he's got rapport with him that he didn't have with Zach Wilson or Aaron Rodgers or any of the other randos who just have trotted out the last couple of years with him. I do not have a receiver yet. Terry McLaurin is also looking at me as well. He's really good. I know they have Debo now. He might take some targets away, but I don't think Debo has that much left, to be honest. I'm not sure how many targets he's going to take away. And if Terry's in a contract disputes, I don't think he's holding out. He's not really the type to me. Hale, I'm a little worried about the injury. He's getting a little bit older. T. Higgins, if he's healthy, that guy should be extremely productive. I mean, he's been really productive in his career, even with Jamar Chase across from him. But I'm gonna take Garrett Wilson actually. I think with Justin Field, I think he has enough to take a production. So now we got Tyreek Hill, Tegan Brees Hall, Jonathan Taylor. Jaden gets to me. Oh my God. Kyron, Terry McLaurin, Marv, Chase Brown, and he got to me. Oh my God. I should have taken Terry McLaurin. That's okay. That's okay. But Jane Daniels, Gibbs, and Bucky with Garrett Wilson, I can live with that. So now we got Mike Evans, Devontae Adams, DJ Moore, Rasheed Rice, James Cook, Chuba Hubbard, George Kittle, Jalen Hurts, Omarion Hampton, Joe Mixon. All right. So we got like TJ Hawkins is the best tight end on the board, but tight ends that have gone so far are Bowers, of course, Trey McBride, and George Kittle. Looking at the tight ends, there are some that I like here. Sam Laporta, I do like Laporta. And then we had down here last year compared to his first season, but he's still really young. I mean, Johnny was really good last year. I think Kelsey can give you something. Uh, Even Andrews could give you something. I think Engram could have a better year in Denver. Hawkinson, because of the age, injury history, I'm gonna hold off. I'm gonna. Kenneth Walker's very good, but that guy's always hurt. Kamara. How old is Kamara? He's 29. It's for a running back that's a little bit old. I mean, he doesn't have much of protection in front of him. I'm gonna take Courtland Sutton actually. He's very good. He had a pretty good rapport with Bo Nix. And it's Joe Burrow, Kenneth Walker, Alvin Kamara, TJ Hawkinson does go. Now we got James Carson, Laporte, came back off Zay Flowers. So I'm a little nervous about tight end. I mean, a tight end in fantasy to me, it's not the most important thing. You can wait on one if you can have a decent one that gives you 8, 9 points. That's kind of all you want. I mean, Janu is a guy who signed up last year was money. And a guy like who, let's see, I have 6'5". My next pick will be 7'6". I mean, if it goes chalk, he'll definitely be there. However, I can see somebody reaching on him the way this is going. Okay, so right now I'm looking at my roster. You have a quarterback, two backs, two receiver, a tight end, two flex can be receiver, running back, tight end. This does have a kicker and defense. I might just ignore that. I don't like kicker and defense in my leagues. And then 5 bench players. If I can, I might just go with 7 bench players and pretend like uh kicker and defense don't exist, and maybe I'll have one of them be an extra flex for this setting. But so right now, tight end and flex I guess are my biggest needs right now. Um, like Montgomery, I'm not sure how much sense it makes to take him when they already have Gibbs. Olave, unfortunately to me, is one head injury away from really having to have a conversation about his career. Worthy, I like. He's like a gadget player. With Rice coming back, I don't know how many reps that guy's going to get. Oh, I have 20 seconds. Okay, I need to make a pick. Devonta Waddle, Pickens. I don't like Pickens, though. I might take Jameson Williams. Yeah, I want to take Jameson Williams. Okay, so he's one of my flexes. So let's see. After I took him, Chris Olave, George Pickens, Devonta Smith, Jerry Jeudy, Waddle, Mahomes, David Montgomery, Chris Godwin, Xavier Worthy, Aaron Jones. I think I have to take Johnny Smith here. I don't think way on a tight end. I mean, Baker is, I mean, he's a very good option at quarterback. However, I already have Jaden Daniels. If it's it's not worth taking him. But Chekhov, he's healthy. I like as well. I do like Ted McMillan a lot. Look at that receiver room. There isn't a whole lot else there. He's going to get a big target share if Bryce Young can, find him in the open field, fantasy wise, especially in Dynasty, go after that guy. But I don't want to wait any longer for a tight end. I'm gonna take Geno Smith. I have him in another league, and he was money second half of last year. And the guys Isaiah Pacheco, Tony Pollard, Baker Mayfield, Ted McMillan, Jared Goff, Quichon Junkins, Bo Nix, Jordan Addison. Good thing I took a quarterback earlier, and something like this, you got to either take one early, or you kind of have to say screw it and take one and just take an average guy in the eighth round and hope he can give you, 16 to 18 points every week, which you'll take. Alrighty, so most of my lineup is set. I just need another flex, and we're kind of just filling out our bench. We are in round 8 at this point, about halfway done. Travis Hunter is staring at me. In Dynasty, he would not be here in the 8th round. There is not a chance in hell. Or he would, he would not. If you're doing a startup dynasty, Travis Hunter is not there in the 8th round. This clearly is not a dynasty league. He wouldn't be there in the 8th round. He would, I would think, be a first round pick, to be honest. So I'm actually not going to take him. I want to cheat. Getting him in the 8th round in dynasty that's like, stop. You're living in a fantasy world. I'm going to take RJ Harvey. The reason being, I know they both have kind of a handcuff there. Harvey's got J.K. Dobbins. When he's on the field, is really productive. And you would think, all right, less carries will mean he should be able to stay on the field longer. Terrell Tracy has Cam Scatabo, who's a rookie, fourth or a fifth round pick. However, I do think Scatabo is going to be really good. I think both will be used quite often. I mean, that quarterback situation there is wonky. So you would think they're going to have to run the ball a bunch. But I'm going to take RJ Harvey. I still think he's going to be really good. Kyler Murray, Travis Hunter, DeAndre Swift, Travis Kelce, Najee Harris, Brendan Ayuk, Travion Henderson, Mark Andrews, Calvin Ridley. Now I'm up again, 9th round here. This is what the board looks like, though, by the way. I'll do a little scroll through so you guys can see. That's what we're working with. Okay. So at this point, I'm just filling out my bench. Alrighty. I mean, these options aren't the best for this point. Shakir, I like. He's a good receiver. Obviously, Josh Allen throwing the ball will do anybody wonders. Rome Odunze, I do like Rome. Y'all know how I feel about Caleb Williams. On paper, he should be obviously way better at Ben Johnson. I'm a little bit skeptical of that situation. I still trust the Bears as far as I can throw them. I mean, Brian Robinson's pretty good. I don't have a lot of hope for Jalen Warren. I mean, with Caleb Johnson there, he shouldn't get Warren will get the bulk of the carries. So I got a minute here. I'm gonna take Shakir. I mean, again, Dynasty Rome Odunze, I cannot imagine his year by 9th round, even though he was not productive as a rookie. But I think Shakir has more of an opening to target, so I'll go with Khalil Shakir. But I do think he is a bit underrated. I think he's pretty good. So then we got Stephon Diggs, Rome Odunze, Jalen Warren, Deebo Samuel, Jacoby Myers, Brian Robinson, Cooper Kupp, Travis Etienne. Now I'm in the 10th round. We got a couple tight ends here. Ingram Majoko, Warren, Caleb Johnson's another young running back, rookie running back, who I do think has a good year. Man Rodgers is 41. Metcalf's that was the only true weapon. I think Favre's just okay. I think they'd want to run the ball, especially with Arthur Smith calling plays. I mean, if I wanted number 2 quarterback, Herbert as number 2 quarterback would be out of his world great. However, Jaden in fantasy to me is basically set it and forget it. Once he gets hurt, the only time he's coming out of the lineup is when he's on bye. In the 10-team league, it's not super flex. Picking him off of waivers for a week, you could probably survive with whoever I would pick up that week. So probably isn't worth taking Herbert. I love Jayden Reed, but there are just part of me is like too many cooks in the kitchen in Green Bay. But there's just I like him a lot. To me, he's probably the receiver to own. Yeah, I like Golden, talented rookie. I like Dubes. Reed's probably the best of the bunch, however. Just, you would think Love's going to spread the ball around to all of them. I'm going to take Jayden Reed. At this point, it's the 10th round. have him coming off the bench, like put a matchup game maybe with like Archie Harper, Jameson Williams. I can rock with that. So since him, it's Caleb Johnson, Mackie Goldman, his teammate, Evan Ingram, Josh Downs, David Njoku, Brock Purdy, Ramondre Stevens, Justin Herbert, Ricky Pearsall, and Tyler Warren. And now we have this. I mean, Jordan fans should be a pretty solid quarterback if he's healthy. He is good. Not great, but good. And he has so many weapons. I mean, Caleb's got weapons. I mean, yeah, it was last year too. I'm just saying. I mean, Dalton Kincaid. I mean, as a second tight end, I'll take Kincaid, but I'm not sure if it's worth it. So I'm not sure if it's going to let me take 7 bench players. Will it make me take a kicker or defense? If so, we'll be very happy. But let's treat it as I'm taking 7 bench guys. And if and in that case, kicker defense would go away, and I'll probably have one more of these flex spots, which means Reed or Shakir would have been in flex spot, which in a league like this, it's pretty status quo. Tight end, I mean, Michael Pittman, I think he's a solid flex option on the bench. However, you got Daniel Jones and Anthony Richardson throwing the ball. That's not ideal. Devontae Williams is freaking terrible. By week 12, he's going to be getting 3 carries a game. I think the kid they just drafted, what's his name, Jaden Blue, will eventually take over. Kind of like Rico Dowdle did. Why he was re-signed, by the way. Jerry, what are we doing? A lot of tight ends here. Kraft, who I like a lot. Good red zone threat, but again, they so many weapons in Green Bay. I'm actually trying to trade him in a different league. You know what? I'm gonna go with Tucker Kraft. I'm going to take Tucker Kraft because of how he's looked for in the end zone. I think he's a good flex option. So then we got Tyjae Spears going, Jordan Love, Caleb Williams, Dalton Kincaid, Zach Charbonnet, Dallas Goedert, Rico Dowd, Javonte Williams. Now I'm up here. I'm at 12th for my last 4 picks here. I mean, if I want a second quarterback, CJ Stroud. I mean, this kid is really good. I still believe in him. The weapons are pretty good. I know he lost Diggs. I don't think Tank Dell's playing, but Collins is a dog. He brought in Kirk, who's pretty good. Schultz isn't bad. Could drafted Higgins. I mean, there's pieces there. He's very talented. I should probably get a running back on the bench. There isn't a whole lot left. What happens to running back in fantasy? It starts off really loaded, and then as you get into these later rounds, you're like, wow, like there's not even a guy that's gonna get like double-digit touches in the game. And Rashad White, I mean, it's clear Bucky Irwin's gonna take over that backfield, but Rashad White on passing down should be very useful. I mean, last year he was running back 24 last year, and in the back half of the year, he did not get a lot of carries. This is what he had last year 13, 12 points per game, 12, 10, 9. He was hurt 8, 10, 10, 10, 10, 11, 11, 11, 12, 9. I mean, pretty consistently average, but I'll take that on my bench. 35 seconds, okay. It's getting we get running back. I wonder, let's see. My next pick is in 11 picks. Could I wait for Scalabo? I don't know if he'll be there. Give me Rashad White. I'm gonna hope at the pass catching upside. I'm gonna take a chance on it. Also, Michael Pittman, Drake May, Jake Ferguson, Tank Bigsby, Dunham, Jalen McMillan, Stroud. Scabble did not get to me. Damn it. J.K. Dobbins, Dak Prescott, and here we are. Juwan Jennings is a bit tempting. I think he's very good. I mean, they have Ayuk there, but he's coming off a major injury. I'm sure Kittle will miss a game here and there. McCaffrey, who knows how many games he's going to play. He might play 17, might play 12, 15, 2, who knows. Um, Abuka. I'm going to take Emeka Abuka because, again, I'm treating this as much as Dynasty as I can. And, I mean, maybe I'm cheating a little bit. I cannot imagine Emeka Ibuka is here in the 13th round. But then you think Mike Evans is a great Hall of Famer. How much longer is he really going to play? Maybe 2 or 3 more years. Godwin signed for 3 more years. He's on the wrong side of 30. Injuries are a concern. You would think within, right now, He's a fine bench option, okay flex option. In a couple of years, that could be a high-end wide receiver one. So I'm gonna take Emeka Ibuka. So let's see if it'll let me continue to take bench players. So then after Ibuka, we got Colson, Loveland, Pat Frymer, Keon Coleman, Jaden Higgins. Now all the kickers are gone. Aubrey, Dicker, Fairbairn, Bass. Let's see if it lets me. You know what? I'll do kicker and defense. For those of you in the league with kickers and defense, you can get some input from me. First four kickers on the board. First four kickers on the board are Brandon Aubrey. Wonder why? Because the guy is literally automatic. Cameron Dicker, he's very good. Kemi Fairbairn's a good kicker and he's in a good offense. I mean, you're drafting a kicker, just draft it. I mean, kicker or defense, I stream mine every week, but I do take the kicker before the defense. Just give me a solid kicker in an offense that's gonna score a lot of points, but gonna be scoring a lot of field goals because they're getting touchdowns every time. You're only gonna be getting 1 point per kick. They're getting more field goals. You're getting 3, 4, 5 points per kick. Tyler Bass, same thing in Buffalo. Um, I'll go with Butker. The Chiefs have a good offense. I mean, that obviously that can't be that's obvious, but um, they should be. They'll probably get a good amount of field goals. Is this thing is Justin Tucker? Oh my god, the guy was on free agency and suspended for 10 weeks for you know what? Come on, come on. I know this thing is basically it's auto drafting. I was hoping it would be actual people in here, but come on. Evan McPherson's a good kicker in a loaded offense. Jason Sanders, they should be kicking a bunch of field goals. Jake Bates is a really good kicker. Great story last year coming out of the UFL. And a great offense. Jake Elliott, same thing. Yeah, but defense, I mean, I'm screaming. I mean, the Titans. I mean, the first defense off the board is weird. To me, they're going to regress. I mean, they get 4 times here. They get Indy and Jacksonville. I mean, Indy's got some nice weapons. There's no quarterback. Jacksonville's offense on paper looks pretty good, but again, how many games is Trevor Lawrence playing? The only thing I need is a defense. I mean, again, I'm streaming. I'm gonna take Pittsburgh defense. I do think they have one of the best units in the league, and they get the Jets week one. And the Jets, you have a Justin Fields who seems like a massive bust right now, and Brees Hall's and Trey Thomas. Darren Wilson's really the only true weapon. Jets off the line looks pretty good on paper. However, if Oli Fashanu is playing left tackle, they have 2 rookie tackles, and they're going up against TJ Watt. Ooh, that sounds like recipe for disaster. So because I'm drafting a defense only for week one, Steelers defense is probably the #1 option for defense week one. So Steelers defense, let's see where defense went. The Commanders, their defense is just okay. Seattle's, I think, is actually pretty good. The Giants defense should be really, really good. And Kansas City's is also very good. So just my draft ended up being Jane Daniels, Shamir Gibbs, Bucky Irving, Gary Wilson, Courtland Sutton, Johnny Smith, Jameson Williams, Andre Harvey, Harrison Butker, Steelers defense. My bench pieces were Khalil Shakir, Jaden Reed, Tucker Kraft, Rashad White, and Emeka Ibuka. And that is the draft. That's all we got today. Hope like a little fun exercise. Again, I wasn't doing any hard-hitting content, just a little fun exercise I wanted to do today. We'll be back with the hard-hitting content Monday, most likely Monday. But until next time, so long. Have a great day.